Julie Chrisley's request denied, Resentencing Day revealed. Once again, Julie Chrisley has had one of her requests shut down by a judge when it comes to her resentencing hearing. Keep reading to find out what's happening with the Chrisley Knows Best star now. Julie Chrisley shut down by federal judge. Julie Chrisley has a resentencing hearing coming up in the upcoming week. This comes after finding out that there was an error in her first sentencing. This week, she put in a simple request for this hearing. All she wants is to be able to wear civilian clothing to her hearing. Unfortunately for the Chrisley Knows Best star, her request has been denied by the federal judge, Fox reports. Of course, her lawyers are shocked by this news. There is no good cause for denying the defendant the opportunity to appear in civilian clothing for this hearing, they state. This isn't the first time she has been shut down, though, for a special request this hearing. Before this, she asked if she could attend via Zoom. However, she was denied that request as well. Denied for attending via Zoom. Earlier this summer, Savannah Chrisley took to her Instagram story to talk about what was going on with her mom. She revealed that Julie had put in a request to attend her hearing via Zoom, which is apparently very common. For those wondering what's going on right now, the judge denied our motion for my mother to attend her hearing via Zoom. When you are in prison, it is very customary to attend via Zoom, Savannah writes on her Instagram story. She continues, clearly very emotional, sharing that she now has to be worried for her mother's safety as she is transported and shackled for this hearing. A clearly very upset Savannah continues writing, "What does this mean? My mother will be shackled and transported for the next month. Plane, bus, etc. with men, some of whom are violent." She explains, "I don't know when I will hear from her next. This punishment does not fit the alleged crime." Hopefully for Julie, her sentencing goes well this week, and she is not put in any dangerous situations as she travels to the hearing in person. Only time will tell what the outcome of the whole thing is. Julie Chrisley, once the matriarch of the glamorous Chrisley Knows Best family, now faces a harsh reality behind bars. Known for her polished Southern charm, impeccable style, and devotion to her family, Julie's world has dramatically shifted as her legal battles have taken center stage. The latest news, which has grabbed headlines across the country, reveals that her request for early release from prison has been denied, and the day of her resentencing has been officially set. The saga of the Chrisleys is one of sharp rises and equally sharp falls. From the luxurious homes, designer wardrobes, and picture-perfect family dinners showcased on national television, the Chrisleys presented a polished facade that seemed untouchable. Julie, with her warm demeanor and effortless elegance, was often portrayed as the glue that held the family together. But behind the scenes, financial missteps, fraud allegations, and scandal were brewing, leading to a downward spiral for both Julie and her husband, Todd Chrisley. In recent years, Julie has been at the heart of a legal storm, one that culminated in her conviction on federal charges of bank fraud, tax evasion, and conspiracy to defraud the United States. Alongside Todd, she was sentenced to significant prison time in late 2022. For a woman who had grown accustomed to living in opulence, the transition to life behind bars was undoubtedly a stark and bitter contrast. Yet Julie has maintained her innocence throughout, stating that she has been wrongfully convicted. Julie's team of lawyers has been working tirelessly since her sentencing, filing motions for appeals and petitions for early release, citing various reasons ranging from her good behavior to concerns over the conditions of her imprisonment. They've painted a picture of a woman who has already suffered enough, a wife and mother desperate to return to her family and begin the long road to rehabilitation and restitution. But despite these efforts, the request for her early release was denied, leaving Julie to serve out her sentence for now. This decision comes as a blow to the Chrisley family, who had been holding out hope for a more lenient outcome. With Todd Chrisley also serving a lengthy prison sentence, the Chrisley children have been forced to navigate this turbulent time largely on their own. Savannah Chrisley, in particular, has taken on a parental role, caring for her younger siblings and attempting to keep the family's spirits up amid the chaos. She has been vocal in her support of her parents, frequently sharing updates on social media and in interviews, expressing her belief in their innocence. But the legal system is not easily swayed by public sentiment or social media campaigns, and the court's decision to deny Julie's release is a clear signal that the justice system is intent on holding her accountable. While some fans of the show have expressed sympathy for Julie's plight, others see her as a symbol of privilege and excess, arguing that she must face the consequences of her actions, just as any other individual convicted of such crimes would. Now, with the denial of her request for release, all eyes turn toward Julie's upcoming resentencing. The date has been set, and the anticipation surrounding this next chapter in her legal journey is palpable. Will the court show leniency, or will Julie be facing an even longer stay behind bars? For Julie, the resentencing represents a moment of reckoning. There are many factors that could come into play. Her lawyers will likely argue that she has been a model prisoner, following the rules, engaging in programs meant to rehabilitate, and maintaining a positive attitude despite the challenges she's faced. They may also cite the impact that her incarceration has had on her family, particularly her children, who are now dealing with the absence of both their mother and father. On the other hand, the prosecution may push for an even harsher sentence, insisting that Julie has not shown genuine remorse for her actions. The Chrisleys, known for their larger-than-life personalities and penchant for drama, have now been thrust into a real-life courtroom drama that seems more gripping than anything ever aired on their reality show. What makes this situation even more intense is the emotional toll it has taken on the family. As Julie faces the very real possibility of spending even more years in prison, her once perfect life has crumbled, leaving her with no choice but to confront the consequences of her actions. In the court of public opinion, the narrative surrounding Julie has been a mixed bag. Some view her as a victim of the system, caught up in a larger web of financial misdeeds orchestrated by others. They argue that her punishment is too severe for a first-time offender who has shown a willingness to make amends. Others, however, feel that Julie's life of luxury and privilege has shielded her from the reality that so many others face, and that it's about time she was held accountable for her role in the Chrisley family's financial schemes. As the date for her resentencing looms closer, the Chrisley family must brace themselves for whatever the court decides. Whether the sentence is reduced, upheld, or even extended, the family's journey is far from over. What was once a glittering, high-profile reality TV empire has become a cautionary tale of the perils of greed, deception, and living a life that is too good to be true. Julie Chrisley's fall from grace is a reminder that even those who seem to have it all are not immune to the consequences of their actions. Her story, once defined by luxury and success, is now one of struggle, redemption, and the fight to reclaim her life in the face of overwhelming odds. The outcome of her resentencing will not only shape her future, but will also leave a lasting legacy on the Chrisley family as they attempt to move forward from this chapter of their lives. Until then, Julie remains behind bars, waiting for her day in court, where she hopes for a second chance, a chance to rebuild, to return to her family, and to rewrite the narrative of her life, which for now remains in the hands of the legal system.